How you living? More importantly, how you learning? Welcome back. It's good to see you. What's going on, guys? Pegasus and the Wise Guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you sub. Make sure you hit the bell, guys. Today, a little bit of a different video, a special video where I wanted to specifically talk about the ways that we learn because I feel like it actually would help inside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's get into what I mean. First up, when we're talking about the V.A.R.K method, which is what I wanted to talk about today, I feel like it applies to us specifically because there are certain ways that when we pick up new cards inside of the game that we get to learn the game, learn the new deck that we have, and then kind of go from there. You know, like I picked up Draco Tail not too long ago. It's a lot of fun. Wasn't really into Yummy. You know, Yummy didn't really tickle my fancy or anything like that. But I had to apply once I picked up Draco Tail. Okay, how do I actually learn? And then that's when I was reminded of something back from school, and that's where we are with this video. The first one I wanted to talk about in the V.A.R.K method, it is an acronym, and the V stands for visual. So visual actually means the way that you learn is primarily the visual concept. Now, obviously you can have all four of these. You can have a combination of the two. You can be really terrible at some of them, like I am. You know, I'll just kind of listen to that. The V.A.R.K method, you're starting off with V for the visual ability to look at your new decks that come out, like Doomsday is a new one that I'm looking at it and I'm like, it's not going to do anything spectacular. I don't think it's going to come out and beat Nitsu or anything crazy like that, but it's interesting. I really won't pick it up unless it has a chance. That's just kind of what you got to do in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. It is what it is. The visual thing, though, is definitely really important because if that's the way that you learn and you don't really have an ability to learn in the other ones that we're going to get into, it may be the one for you where you can watch somebody playing. Like, let's say you tune into something like Lithium or Tom Box. That works a little bit for me, is to tune into something, visually see someone that's very intelligent being able to explain it to me in the way that I can grasp it, visual. The second one is auditory. Auditory is obviously hearing related. A lot of times you can think back in school when you were in class and you had to take notes. Did you take notes? Were you better off just sitting back like this in the classroom, or did you have to have the next one that we're going to get into, which is read and write? So there's an ability to learn. Like in school, I could not learn if I was reading and writing the whole time. However, I've been paid to write. So there's obviously, you can be good at something, but then not learn too well with that one, if you can understand what I'm saying. So maybe I'm learning a new deck. I'll write out the combo sequences sometimes because I want to be able to go and visually look at it and then be able to kind of decipher, okay, what do I want to do? What does my inboard want to be? If that makes any sense. So V, visual, A, auditory, R, read and write. Means basically being able to take notes, notate, document, okay, when I went into this tournament, how many games did I lose? Which games am I losing? Am I winning my game ones a lot? That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. That ability to learn inside of the game, I feel like is actually really helpful. And I feel like this method is actually really helpful. The last one is my number one. This is the one that's me. Kinesthetic. Kinesthetic, that's K. And guys, kinesthetic truly just means your ability to have a hands-on approach with things. If you just cannot have something, I'm a martial artist. I kickbox, I karate, blaze, black belt. I've done a lot of different training, a lot of different styles, cross-training, Muay Thai. You know, my childhood neighbor, one of my best friends, our neighbor to the left of us was a Golden Gloves coach. So I got boxing since I was like 3. It just is what it is. But the kinesthetic, getting to the point, is that your ability you don't have the ability to really learn it until you really get in there and screw it up yourself. Have you ever been in a tournament and you're like cooking and then you make one misplay and then you're like, man, that cost me the game. I haven't misplayed all day, and there's a difference between first and second sometimes. Sometimes that is what it is. That kinesthetic is you don't really have it until you're in there and you're exchanging. So guys, again, V.A.R.K, V is for visual, auditory, read and write, and kinesthetic. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I myself, I'm out. V.A.R.K.